Welcome back, everybody. We're out here today again with our little 410 that could. This is the one that in the previous Lost Arts video we tried to show the worst case scenario, or what we thought was the worst case scenario of what not to put in your 410. And what are we going to do today, Barry?
Well, what we're going to do, we thought the worst case scenario would be a 444 Marlin, which oddly enough has 44,000 PSI chamber pressure. The gun fired it successfully without any damage whatsoever. This gun is not damaged at all. The worst case scenario would be a 454 Casull. Now this jacks it up to 55,000 PSI. It goes in there just like it's made for.
And a much tighter swage with the projectiles of 454.
Projectile being bigger, it's going to have a tighter swage. But the bore of this gun is 387, not 410. This is a full choke. We marked this bore before we fired it. It's the same as after we fired the 444. It did not open it, it did not stretch it, it didn't do anything to it. The gun already has a cracked stock, which the cracks did not extend any further when we fired the 444. So what we're going to do, we can put a 30-30 in here. We're going to fire form a 30-30 in it, and then we're going to shoot two 444s, and then we're going to go to the 454 Casull. If that doesn't blow this gun up, we're going to put it in the Smithsonian somewhere, because it's got to explode. It has to explode. And you could tell it had no power whatsoever. It hit like a 22 LR.
It did. Nice. All right, well, we're moving on to the 444s.
We're gonna do some 444s now, buddy.
All right. Looks like no deformation to it. Perfect primer hit. All right. Let's try one more and then let's turn the heat up.
Let's turn the heat up.
Good night.
So what happened on that last one there?
Huh? Nothing. The thing ejected perfectly. Just
It
like
ejected perfectly, Eric. Perfectly.
The gun got a little bit wet, but I don't think that's what hurt anything.
Yeah, we didn't catch a projectile either. It went all the way through a 5-gallon pail of water. All right, this time we're going the full gusto, 454 Casull. Barry's gonna arm the gun.
We're jacking the chamber pressure from 44,000 to 55,000.
And increasing the bore obstruction diameter by another 10 thousandths on either side.
Absolutely.
Going from 429 to
454.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at that. Oh.
All right, this is as we found it after the 454 went off in the 410. That's looking all right for now. Well, we'll see in a minute. Hang on, let's look at the buckets. It went through a 5-gallon bucket of water and all the way through 4 gallons of water on the opposite side. And we had the 5-gallon bucket laid long ways. That's amazing. Let's see if the how the gun looks.
Well, the cracks in the stock are no bigger than they were before. No bigger than it was before.
Inside the bucket.
Let's see how it ejects.
Hey, look at the...
Perfectly.
Look at that crap. It ejected that brass right out of there.
Did you look in the bottom of the pail?
Look at the material in the pail.
The bore still marks 387, same as it was before. No damage at all to the gun.
Wow.
These were in the 5-gallon bucket. Fragmented. It fragmented the heck out of that 454.
Like you were
I don't believe it.
panning for gold.
I can't believe it.
Look at that hole in the bottom of the son of a
Here's some
bitch.
more. Look, every one of these got a piece of that bullet in there.
Really?
Yeah.
The bullet don't deform or nothing. Oh no, it just goes right into the side of the gun. It goes through everything.
You'd think once you hit that water,
Wow. So instead of, you know, finishing off the gun today and stuffing the barrel full of something and creating a bore obstruction, I think we're going to stick, you know, keep it around and just show, you know.
Yeah, you can see this thing was imported by Firearms Import and Export Company of Miami, Florida. I believe that they were no longer importing stuff as of the late 70s. So this gun is in reasonable condition after all it's been put through. A lot of you might think that this is possibly a quality gun, but really it's not. This is a Brazilian made, probably imported before the '68 Gun Control Act because it doesn't have any serial numbers on it. It does have somebody's social security number on it, but that's, you know, we do run across that occasionally. The gun is held up very well considering. I would never have thought that something of, you know, cheap import quality like that could have held up to all the pressures that we've exerted on it. The gun is still fully functional. I believe you could fire this thing till the cows come home with the rounds that we've already put through it.